Let me ask you this, Jan. You've got Israel Adesanya saying that he might come up to 205 and he wants to claim that belt. What did you make of that?
He can try, but he gonna back to his division really fast if he gonna do this and when he meet me, it's gonna be the same like against Rockhold.
I'm curious, why do you think that fight would be similar to the Rockhold fight, looking at the way that Israel fights?
Everybody thinks that because how to say it, everybody thinks they know me, they think that I'm easy fighter, but when the octagon door are closed, they feel my power, I'm completely different fighter. They never fight against someone like me, but I think they have to feel it on their skin, because and this is the most simple answer. They just think they knew me, but they never fight against someone like me in the gym, in the sparrings, and in the fight.
What I guess that's sort of the whole thing about when the fight finally happens, we can sort of find out all those answers. I'm just wondering, at the same press conference when you won the light heavyweight belt, Israel was saying that he's the best 205 pounder in the world. What did you make of that?
Yeah, we've got there is a UFC game on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
So if he choose me in this game, then he gonna be the best in 205 division. But not in real life. No way.
Go through a training camp where you were focused on Zombie. You were out there with him in Korea. Does it make it more difficult coming to helping out your other fighters too, because you're still kind of processing the last loss?
Yeah, that loss was it was a super tough loss. That was probably one of the toughest losses that both of us we kind of encountered. I've lost a lot of world titles, a couple world titles in other fights. Not to say that one was more important than all the other ones, but just so much invested into it. Going into Korea, staying there for 2 months, 2-week quarantine. The hours and the time that we put into it, and then. Zombie's 34, and the winner gets a title shot and stuff like that. So we knew what was at stake, and we really wanted that fight, But in the second round, he got caught. He wasn't able to recover. I remember he was telling us after the fight, he didn't remember rounds 3, 4, and 5. So he was literally on autopilot or zombie pilot, and he heard me say, "This is it. There's a minute left to go in the fight." And that's when he kind of woke up, which is really, really unfortunate. I thought the tides were turning. He started to catch his rhythm and his timing in the second round before he got hit with that elbow. But hats off to Brian. It was a perfectly executed elbow. We were practicing that. A lot of guys were saying, "Oh, you guys weren't expecting the kicks and southpaw." We ran all of that stuff. It's just things happen in the fight, and all it takes is one punch or an elbow to turn the tides. But
do you attribute that loss more to Brian's performance, that he went out there and he kind of had an A+, or do you guys feel like you underperformed, or your game plan was off, or was it the elbow? Was it the elbow?
I think he literally broke it down to the elbow. Nothing really surprised us when it came to game planning. We were looking to start off slow to kind of just see where he was at and sit on counters and so forth. We knew he was going to switch a few times. We knew he was going to come out kick heavy, or we thought he was going to come out kick heavy in southpaw. But it literally boils down to the elbow. If he didn't get hit with the elbow, I think that fight would have turned out a lot differently. But the fact of the matter is, he did get hit with the elbow, and that's all we can do. We just have to move forward from it, learn from it, and fights going back to back is you don't have time to mop around. It's 1 or 2 days, and then watch the tapes again, see what we did wrong, and talk. And I've been in contact with Zombie literally every day. He's in good spirits. He's recovering. He's actually still in quarantine until Monday.